So hello YouTube and Twitch. We are here with Blueprints. So this game has been making the rounds and seems to be fairly popular for, I think it's an indie darling, I'm not sure. I need to do some double checking. But with that said, I learned about it by watching Second Wind. If you don't know them, they are the guys, or they are the main guys from The Escapists about a year ago. They have their own channel now, and at least two of them, or three of them, have said that this game is really interesting, so I want to check it out. The Steam blurb here is: Welcome to Mount Holly, where every dawn unveils a new mystery. Navigate through shifting corridors and ever-changing chambers in this genre-defying strategy puzzle adventure. But will your unpredictable path lead you to the rumored Room 46? So it's kind of a weird, like, puzzle roguelite-ish game, where you're in this house that constantly changes every day, has a bunch of like little puzzles and things to put together. Apparently what's super interesting about it is there's a lot of different paths that take you to the quote-unquote end of the game, but even then beyond that, there's like more and more mysteries that you can dig into. So I am excited to try out this game, and I honestly, I'm probably going to play this whether it does well on YouTube or not, or on Twitch or not. I'm just I'm kind of interested in generally when like the specific authors who have been hyping this game on Second Wind suggest a title. I tend to really like the game, so we're gonna jump in here with kind of an hour of Blueprints. It's kind of, and very simple. Well, that's fine. I'm gonna stop talking and let the game talk. It's blue like me.
Herbert S. Sinclair of the Mount Holly estate at Reddington do publish and declare this instrument my last will and testament, and hereby revoke all wills and codicils heretofore made by me. I give and bequeath to my grandnephew, Simon P. Jones, son of my dear niece, Mary Matthew, all of my right, title, and interest in and to the house and land which I own near Mount Holly. The above provision and bequest is contingent on my aforementioned grandnephew discovering the location of the 46th room of my 45-room estate. The location of the room has been kept a secret from all the staff and servants of the manor, but I am confident that any heir worthy of the Sinclair legacy should have no trouble uncovering its whereabouts within a timely manner. Should my grandnephew fail to uncover this room or provide proof of his discovery to the executors of my will, then this gift shall lapse. In witness whereof I have hereunto set my hand this 18th day of March, 1993. Herbert S. Sinclair.
Joke's on you, you didn't set a time frame. Ha 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 ha. Legal loopholes. Alright, we're into the game proper here. Oh, there's a limited number of steps, it seems, that we can take. So I don't want to mess around too much. Open only in the event of my death. Simon, welcome to Mount Holly. You may not remember, but I have fond memories of your many visits here as a young boy, and I hope these rooms provide you with as much amusement as it did. I've lost where I was reading. It did in those lost summer days. By the time you read this, I will assume you are fully aware of my last wishes and all the details of my requests. Please do not mistake my intentions in giving you this challenge as a lack of confidence. I assure you, nothing could have been further from my mind when I chose you as my heir. With that said, there are a few ground rules of this commission covered in the fine print of my will that I feel I should bring to your attention. No tools or items may be brought onto the estate from the outside. Tools and items found on the estate may not be taken off the estate, and you may not stay overnight. I don't suspect that any of these stipulations should prove an impediment for someone as resourceful as yourself, but it's very important to me that you stay fresh each morning and not rely on the success of previous days. One final word of advice: do not assume the rooms you find today will be the same rooms you find tomorrow. These grounds have provided me a home for the last half-century, and even I am uncertain of which room lies beyond any particular door. Your grandmother used to say, don't go where the path leads, abandon the path and go where you want to lead. With all my love and best wishes, best of luck, Herbert S. Sinclair. I'm going to turn up the volume just a little bit. The music is real soft. The Hollymount Blueprints. This will serve as a useful map and inventory log during your adventure. You may access it with tab. Yeah, so this is kind of what the game is all about, and why it's called Blueprints. Blueprint. So it's I want to call it almost like Mansions of Madness-esque, right? Where you don't necessarily know what's beyond the next door. You don't know what the next story beat is. You don't know what the next puzzle is going to be. As you enter different rooms, it's going to give you a choice of a couple of different ones. And then you slowly build out the mansion from there. And like you can get into different areas and sections of the house depending on where you place stuff, and obviously how, like, where you place certain rooms cause different secrets and stuff to show up. But like, I have no idea what those are. Searching the estate can be exhausting. Each time you enter a room, you will lose one. Wow, that sucks, because that means I lost a couple just on accident. When you no longer have any steps, you will be too tired to continue in the manner and must call it a day. So like, you can explore all you want in a room, but you cannot cross the threshold like my dumbass did. But that's fine. Alright, well, left is best. Stole that from Flick. Flick's gaming stuff, that is not my saying. When you enter this room, gain 2, but it's immediately going to lead us into a corner. So, like, we can't see it, but there's another room over here. 2 items, but it's immediate dead end. We're going to take the hallway, because then we can continue on from this corner. Prayer beads and that. Doors in the West Wing are more likely to be locked. Okay. So bathroom, a storeroom, or a nook. I think we're going to take the storeroom because that's going to give us some resources to work with. It's a little bird. It's a blue bird. I'm in a little, like, house. I wonder what that's supposed to be. Flan. It's Flan. This is a puzzle game, so like part of me is like trying to figure out what are the secrets? What should I be catching right now that I'll be mad about? Or not mad about, but like, what will I wish I've known earlier? We got a nook, a spare room, and a lavatory. So I think we're gonna take the nook here, which is gonna mean like it forces us to go a certain way. A journey noteworthy. As you continue on your adventure, you may want to consider getting something to scribble down your notes and observations. A pad, scratch piece of paper, or perhaps most fittingly, a journal will prove to be an invaluable tool you will not regret having beside you on your journey. Also, this is like, it says Nook rank 2. Okay, this doesn't seem to work. Ladder. Key. A rook. 4 stars and a pattern there. Let's take the guest bedroom just to like restore some steps. There we go. Sinclair just wants to write you a quick note thanking you for the weekend. I had a thrilling time on the hunt with Lord Evanson, whose particular personality somewhat made up for your own absence. I also got to appreciate your new game in the billiards room. It's been ages since I've seen the billiard room in the house. I was beginning to suspect you retired the floor plan. It was well worth the wait, though, as I always enjoy your mathematical puzzles and appreciate that I didn't need to know the rules of darts for you to play your variation. Hoping your health improves shortly. Oh. Key card. Opens electronically powered security doors. Okay. Oh, there's no music. Anchor. No, it's coming back. Okay. Plain a blueprint. Oh, I'm trying to look. Oh, that's where we are right now. Interesting. Spoke. It's a very cool, like, cell shaded art style. I like that. So we're just gonna walk ourselves over to here with our starting total. Cards. Wait, so this card is Queen of Diamonds, Ace of Spades. Quite. Alright. Wow. So, I mean, we're just going to take the spare room here because, like, getting more into the house, more dug in. Someone's painting here. Oh, shoot. View inventory of all items currently in the house. Gem requirement. You lose, when you enter the chapel, you lose 1 money. Well, shoot. And choose a security plan. Can I have the take gun? No? Okay, there's pieces of the room missing, though. Like, chunks of it. There's, like, blue paint. Okay. Oh, okay, that hurt my eyes, and I don't know about you, but... I don't know if that was like implying that we were missing a tape for the security or the computer or recording device. I don't know what it is. Putting a lot of emphasis on the security room. First things first. Blue memos are true, red memos are lies. Oh, no. Unless something. 10 of hands? Unless written by hand. Okay. Interesting. Unharmed security. View estate inventory. Oh. The following is a detailed list of items currently in the house that have yet to be collected. Okay. Key card system. Or within that can only be state can only be unlocked with an electronic keycard. The keycard system is currently operational. Security load medium offline mode. Determines the amount of keycard security doors that will be deployed to your estate. You should expect to see 1 or 2 securities with low in okay. So there's probably a reason to mess with the settings. Determines the default setting the security doors will be set to if power is lost. As a general safety rule, offline mode should be set to unlocked if any staff are working. So we'll set that to unlocked in case we lose power. Log into the network. We don't know the password. Interesting. Cool. Box of tapes, A cam, B cam. There is like a ventilation system going on here. Staff notice effective the first week of December, payroll for all live-out and seasonal staff will be managed electronically as your tenants will no longer be registered at morning roll call. It is doubly important that you do not fail to clock in and out at one of the electronic computer terminals on the estate. 2 of these terminals can be found at security, where the punch clock used to be, and in the laboratory. Any questions or concerns regarding this process should be directed, as always, to our house manager, Miss Babbage. Terminal password, there's an S, but like I don't know anything else. Alright. Till further notice, the antechamber has been unlocked and access levers are no longer required to gain entry. So red is lies, unless written by hand. Blue is truth. Keycard access security doors are more likely to appear in the higher ranks of the estate. Likewise, a redundant security measure, normal doors in the estate will also be more likely to be locked as you progress north. So I think the rank is like literally the as you go up. So if we're up here, it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, all the way up to 9. Alright, let's just take a peek. So I don't think we can get this. We can take the pantry here. Step some cash. Read that in a second. Please pick up more fruit before Friday. As you've been informed, we may have extra guests exploring the house next week. 50 steps should be more than enough, so I thought an ideal spread would wait. So I think an even spread would be ideal. 5 apples, 5 bananas, 5 oranges. The enclosed amount should cover expenses, but please bring back any change you find and leave it in the pantry. So there should be 5 apples, 5 bananas, and 5 oranges as we go through the level, which allow for more steps. Can I rotate these at all? I think we're gonna go with the den. Yeah. Gem. Store is locked. There's a key. The store is not locked. Eat shit and die. Yeah, this is kind of like or maybe it's less like Mom because like, or Mansions of Madness, because Mansions of Madness you line up the tile, or all the tiles are laid out and you open it and you don't know what's going on. This feels more like the Betrayal games where like you'll grab a tile and you have to place it according to certain rules. It's always left unlocked. We have a way in there. We'll take this just to be sure. Theater of some kind. So I think, weirdly enough, I kind of want to just take the closet and see what's in here. 2 keys, okay. Silver key. Unlocking door with silver key leads to rooms with many doors. Okay, so the type of key you use matters. That's interesting. So like if you're in like the middle of the house, which actually thinking about it, this was a bad choice because now we've kind of like bonioed this path, and the only way we get through is if hoping we get a long piece here and an up and down or a corner piece to loop back around here. So whoops. The game is super quiet. I don't know, or like the amount of music it plays does not seem like copious amounts. I will just use a normal key. Lavatory, parlor. Oh, this one has a puzzle, so let's go into the parlor here. Ooh, keys. Car keys, a spare set of car keys. So I would assume a car wind up thing here. Wind up key, a component of the parlor game. Neat. So car keys probably relate to like a garage, or maybe there's a car out front that I didn't notice. Dear Herbert, it was a great honor receiving the invitation to dine at your estate with the old hams this past Thursday. If I'm being frank, it had been quite a while since we had been seen in decent society, and we were beginning to worry that my wife's wit had lost its charm. I have no delusions that my company is rival to hers. If I can refresh your memory, we both spent much of that evening discussing our mutual love of games and puzzles, and I had mentioned to you a rather singular parlor game I had played some years back, involving 3 boxes of different colors. You had pressed me to write the particulars of this game when I found the time, and I have included with this letter all the details you will need to share with your guests should you be inclined to play this confounding game. Always your friend, M. Lowry. There will always be at least one box which displays only true statements. There will always be at least one box which displays only false statements. Only one box has a prize within, the other 2 are always empty. This statement appears on another box. The blue box is empty, and this statement appears on another box. Okay. This one says the blue box is always empty. Okay, hold up. There will always be at least one true statement, always one false statement, and there's only one box with a prize. So, this is where I'm going to show that I'm bad at deductive reasoning. Or logical thinking. This is not deductive, this is logical thinking. So this statement appears on another box. And this is the blue box is always empty. So if there's supposed to be only one way of figuring out which one is correct, because either let's look at it out of this white box here, right? This white box is either false, the blue box. Well, actually, this proves to be true. So, like, neither of these statements can be false. So one of these is true, or actually, they're both true. So one is always false. The blue box is always empty is false, or the blue box is empty is false, which means that the blue box has to have something in it. Aha. Okay. I got nervous and thought that the puzzle was harder than it actually was. We're fine. So that gives us gems. Nursery is not really a great one here. The boudoir, or another bedroom. Let's open up the bedroom. Mostly to get more steps in. Sleepy steps. There we go. Hat upon number 10. Puzzle pieces. Gem, finger pointing down. Folded cranes. Ooh. Greetings from Remington. Woman's face with a looks like crescent moon. All right. Dining room is probably the best for us. It's weird that it's not facing a different way. And like this purposely shows us into the den. Each day a meal is served in the dining room after rank 8 has been reached. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5. So we need to get up here to get the meal to spawn. Door is walled off because it goes into a place that it can't possibly go. Yep. Graphs. Alright, but the passageway is big for us. Yeah, we gotta do the passageway, and we have the gems for it. That gets us to a new rank. Use a key. Drawing room. You may draw new floor plans while drafting in this room. They also use a key, or a gem, so running low on those and low on keys. So we might have to go back to like fish for stuff. Drawing floor plans. Each time you click on a door, you will draw 3 floor plans, from which you must select one to draft. However, there are some items and rooms that will allow you to redraw if you don't like their initial 3 options. This is the man himself, Sinclair. So much art. It's pretty in here. So this room is, you may draw new floor plans while drafting this room. Opportunity to spend money, the breaker box, or the laboratory. So I don't really love any of these options. So I'm gonna choose the chapel. Because we're still here, that's really a choice. Might as well use the special key. Can rotate. We don't have. While drafting, you will no longer be able to see all of your floor plans. Lose half your steps. Oh boy. Okay. Well, chaos reigns, I guess. Ooh, this is an interesting place to go in. Screw it. Popular children's writer Marin Marigold adds yet another feather to her scholastic cap when she discovered on Thursday that her picture book Swimbird had been chosen. We saw art for that, I think. Have been chosen as the Herald's Literary Medal Illustrated Book of the Year. This is Marigold's second time winning this prestigious award. The previous medal was, of course, her debut effort, and it cuts off. She's no stranger to the public eye, even before her literary success. The niece and closest living relative of Baron H.S. Sinclair. So this is probably her mom, I assume. Began using Marigold as a pen name to free her from the political associations that one might make with the Sinclair family. So that kind of implies that there's some drama about, oh god, there's a lot of information here. So that implies there's like some drama with the Sinclair family. Swinburne author never considered herself a success by Gail Hermes, Herald staff writer. She confided, my son was the one who actually got me to start writing. I had always challenged myself to never tell him the same story twice at bedtime. And so as we ran out of books we owned, my imagination had to take over from there. Marigold has elaborated in previous interviews that her debut book, Red Prince, okay, so it's called The Red Prince, is based on her son and his inflexible love of the color red. The game is called Blue Prince. Interesting. A statement that has been held with much skepticism by the many pundits that view that book as a rather thinly veiled political critique of the Royalist Party and their unwavering blind loyalty to the throne. Publisher and author detained by Red Guard. Questioned. Caleb Manning and her publisher, Philip White. There's a lot of colors here. So we have red, white, were 2 of 3 dozen names that appeared on a leaked dossier, naming them a person of interest in the Trinsdale bombing that killed 4 people last Thursday. Although no group has been come forth to officially take responsibility for the attack, it is widely believed by authorities to be the work of the insurgent group RLCF, who call themselves the Children of the Black Water. Huffington Press was quick to dismiss the rumors in the statement released on Friday, maintaining that the popular author and Mr. White were simply victims of an unfortunate happenstance, whatever that means. This would not be the first time the publishing house has defended a rogue employee. 3 years ago, an associate editor with the company was arrested for criminal conspiracy, though the charges were later dropped. Marigold drops publisher. Local authorities and popular personality Marin Marigold has announced a split with her longtime publishing partner, Huffington Press. So, okay, interesting. Citing personal reasons, the announcement came after the arrest last week of fellow author and colleague Caleb Manning, whom Marigold has past referred to as her mentor, friend, and confidant. Marigold is the third prominent writer to distance themselves from the publisher this week. Manning and White at the press function was seen at the corner bag under the wave down a local. This is the third major last year. It is anticipated charged by the Crown. Manning with the last. The trial begins. No traces discovered of Sinka Eris, but search continues. Mary Matthew Jones, the author and illustrator whose fanciful stories are written under the pen name Marin Marigold, was last seen by a close friend around 3:45 p.m. Friday, getting into a carriage with a late luncheon date at the 100 Bell HBTR. 100 Bells Tea Room in Trinsdale. Miss Jones never arrived home and the carriage driver cannot be located. Family and local authorities are concerned, but have not deemed the case foul play. It's an out-of-character incident at this point, and we were seeking information. Priceless jewels stolen in a dramatic Royal Museum heist. Thieves in the royal capital of Fern Airs have broken into one of the Crown's fabled closed exhibits. These lavish rooms have historically been reserved exclusively for the use of the aristocracy words in high peerage, and access has never been gained to those outside noble circles, at least not until today. A local police and forensic experts have been spotted in virtually every corner of the museum grounds, dredging for clues. The museum authorities said they were alerted in the middle of the night by reports of several masked intruders seen breaching the south wall and barnishing firearms. The intruders broke into the museum, subdued royal guards, and disabled the security system. By the time the militia arrived on the scene, the burglars had simply vanished. Although an official registry of the lost jewels have not been publicly announced, among the treasured artifacts rumored to be stolen is the rumored ruby crown of Orinda Aries, the priceless crown jewel whose material worth pales in comparison to historical value. If these rumors are true, the evidence may suggest that blank, the theft, was politically motivated. Interesting. This is in his archive room. Alright, the big thing here is we don't know what we draft as we actually go to this room here. There's really nothing we get for it, but let's make this a laboratory. Field of view. That's better. R. Oh, okay. So like those. So these are the rooms, so to speak. Then there's actually bedrooms, green rooms, shops, and red rooms. Okay, so there's actually more than just 46 rooms. This is indeed a lavatory. There's still like chunks of the house missing. Like, what is this? What's up with that? Alright. So this should be a key card, right? Archive floor plan. Made less likely to find items lying around in your house. That doesn't seem good. Breaker box. I really want to do the archive floor plan, but like, let's do the breaker box. Keycard, so we can turn it off. Let's turn on power to that. We don't have a switch or anything for that. VAC indicators. Oh. Oh shoot, it's one of these. Okay. Oh, but no, they change colors. Oh, that's trippy. Okay. go over here. Let's go into the chapel, which is gonna cost us a coin, which we have to be careful about. There's the white bishop. Tarot cards, it seems. Goes up to 7. It's gonna be locked. Yep. Keys for sale. I don't know what that one was. Haha! It's a workshop. Combine inventory to create new items. Interesting. Metal detector, greater chance of finding coins in metal. Chisel, a thing to read that looks like music. I don't do music. Hold up. Metal detector plus keycard is not a recipe, okay. But that is interesting. That means we have to stones cut blank by hand, and letters rot. Do spell are secrets carved from thought. A message read is of 10 lost. Among the bold words spoken soft, the note is read, the letter is not. So we're looking for bold words. Do message? No. Smiley face. Smiley face. Stones cut by hand and letters rot. Do spell. Let's see. S D. Are secrets carved from thought. Stones cut by hand and letters rot. So like there's a U in the stone. The true box does not always contain the prize. Yeah, okay, fair enough. So stone cut by hand and letters rot, so like that U. Do spell our secret carved from thought. A message read is of 10 lost. Is of 10 lost. Oh, so there's 10 letters. Among the bold words spoken soft. And there's 10 of these, so 10 of these will line up to be messages. Okay, the note is read, the letter is not. Interesting. So like this is a U, and I assume that it would line up in... From his root, meaning the room before, all signs and paths point toward the antechamber. This mysterious sealed room, resting on the 9th rank, may prove, however, quite an initial challenge to even reach, let alone enter. Still, you can't help but be drawn a connection to this chamber and room 46. So we can get to it, but we have no way of entering it. Alright. So that cost us a coin. But I kind of want to get back to the dining room. Let's draft the... It's locked. Okay, we don't have a key. Fair enough. But yeah, I do want to go into the dining room because now a meal is served, which should give us more steps to work with, right? Lemon glaze. Yeah, lemon glazed salmon, charbroiled Cajun spice salmon, lemon butter sauce served over spinach leaves. That sounds delicious. Plus 20 steps, plus an additional 10 if you have an aquarium in your house. Alright, so we can get 20 steps now, or 30 if we find the aquarium, but I'm just going to say have dinner because this is a resource we could use right now. That keeps us exploring a little while longer. We do have to work our way kind of down to security or the entrance hall. Which is a lot of backtracking, which costs steps. We could have gone to the archive instead. Like, let's maybe take a look a little more at lower tier rooms. That's another thing that I should maybe do beforehand. 7 locked doors. What did I pick? Picked something that doesn't seem to have a lot of value. Pillows. Lots of shoes. Christmas stuff. There's a safe. Interesting. Ah, the safe. Okay. Slinko. Is that picture just supposed to tell you that the safe is there? It's a new safe that they put into the wall back here. I don't know. I'm supposed to be like seeing clues anywhere. There's a smiley face again. Christmas tree. Okay, so that's just another like mystery to work out what the code of the safe is. Nope. Never be easy. The weird thing is, like, I don't even know where to start with that, because, like, how many digits are in the code? Is it just 4? Can I input codes infinitely? Yeah, okay, cool. No, that's just gonna take me into the thing, okay. So there is a safe to work out. The weird thing is, like, I have to remind myself, like, the answer may not be, like, self-evident. What I mean by that is, like, I might not have all the information required to figure this out right now. Okay. Food for sale conference room. Whenever items would be spread throughout the house, they are instead placed inside this room. So are there items we missed? Yes, I would like to take these. So red notes are lies unless handwritten. That does not look like handwritten. Some special rooms allow you to spread items throughout your house. When items are spread, they are immediately placed in several of the rooms currently on your estate. However, if you have a conference room, spread items will be gathered in that room instead. So, like, if a room... I wonder if that note is, like, just telling the player, like, hey, play this game with a notepad next to you. Which would make sense, and would also mean I'm doing things wrong. But... mail room, a package will be after drafting this room. That was probably a dumb idea. Yeah. Order placed. Let's go. Please return all correspondence and packaging addressed to Danny Rivera to sender, as he no longer is employed with our staff. Unique mark covering some schmutz. Just like letting me know that there's a hidden... There it is. Hidden bit of something. Simon P. Jones. Oh, shoot. Oh, God. Simon P. Jones, Mont Halley Estate. Hey, buddy, how's it going up there in that big house? I think most people would be pretty scared being alone for this length of time, but I have a feeling you're doing just fine. I imagine you happy as a clam, perfectly content on the estate with the exploration opportunities for adventure that present themselves each day. As I'm writing this, you're currently in the garage packing the tent. I wanted to try to post this letter before we depart tomorrow so that it has a chance to arrive during your first few days on the estate, but with all preparations in, I'm not sure that I'm going to find the time. There's so much I want to say, and I'm sure I'll forget to tell you Friday night. Sometimes it's easier for me to just jot this stuff down. You're yelling at me right now to come prink your pillowcase. Hold on a second, I'll be right back. I can tell you're really excited, but I think you might feel a little guilty about being so happy the day after the funeral. Believe me, I know how long Uncle Herbert worked on setting this up for you, and I know from our conversations just how much happiness the final project brought him. So do us both a favor, be excited. Yeah, Dad. The house really is amazing. I know it's been almost 7 years since we last went up. I'm really curious to hear just how much you remember from those summer trips. You've always been smarter than me and at this kind of thing, so I'm not sure how much guidance or inspiration I can offer before your trip that will actually be useful to you despite my best intentions. I'm sure that on Friday I'll end up leaving you with a few overused cliched expressions when we say farewell. Later, alligator, Dad. P.S. Get some sleep each night and don't spend all your time each day playing didgeridoo blocks. Oh, well, that's kind of sweet, actually. It really offsets the tone about like politically motivated bombings in one of the archive. Oh. More detailed instructions will be sent by electronic mail to the address clients have provided. Press any button above to activate blue. Press a blue indicator next to a red indicator to activate purple. 5 purple indicators are needed to activate the 6th. Oh boy. Okay. I'm just gonna take a picture of that for myself. It's another clock. So many clocks. So we went into this room here, which means we immediately use the step. Commissary, items for sale. Less likely to find items laying around the house or an archive. So let's do this one. I would like to play. Oop. The commissary will be closed from day 12 to day 16. Sorry for any inconvenience. That's red, and so it's a lie. With? Dear with? Without? With? Without? Yes. This was the staff notice. So, a gem is worth 3, a salt shaker, a shovel, and a key. Interesting. Okay, so those are just interesting prices in general. Cannot see the floor plan while drafting rooms, and this is just a hall. This will lead us into a dead end. Don't have that. So we got a bunk room. This room counts as 2 bedrooms. I don't even know why that would potentially matter. Nom. Banana. Gerbil! Hello, buddy. 2, 1, 0, maybe? Today is a good day because Simon is at camp and he is not as much fun as my friends. I will not have to share my toys, and I will not have to share my room, and I will not have to share my snacks. Having a younger brother is not as much fun as they told me it would be, but today will be a good day because he's at camp. Herbie is mean and really stupid, and today is a good day because I threw away his airplane. I also had more fun at camp than he has ever had in his life. Today is a good day because I got my brother in trouble for reading my private journal without my permission and writing mean things in it. He also threw my model airplane in the bushes outside, but I got it back, and if he does it again, he will not get to go to the park on Friday, and I will make sure he gets no presents on his birthday. I don't need any presents because I have my brother's book because he won't stop writing about me, and today is a good day because I know he cries when he can't find his book. Even though he is older, he is a crybaby. Today is a good day. Today is a good day. Bolded. Because today my brother returns from college and I get to finally return to him the book I took from him a long time ago. Hopefully you find it as hilarious as I do. I honestly have no idea how we survived sharing a room. All things being said, I wouldn't have it any other way. I still would rather have had a sister. Congrats on the diploma and welcome home, Simon. So he had a brother that he did not get along with. See, today, if he does not, today, if he does not, bunk beds, camp, Colonel, Commel, Needle, Buddy. Okay. So that's kind of this room. Unfortunately, we're kind of locked out of that room, which means we need to go all the way up to the archive or the chapel. Will be delivered here the day after drafting this room. Oh, so like we have to find the mailroom again on the next day to get an item. Okay, everything's kind of taken out there, so we need to go back up to security and work our way up slowly. And to do that, we need to damn it. Wasting steps. I definitely need to be more like careful about a game like this where movement is much more deliberate. Yeah, because this is the parlor. This was our delicious meal. So our options are chapel and archives. So we're gonna hit the archives first just because it doesn't cost us anything. We could also mess around with this a little more. See what's up. So we turn on the power to everything. So that's how we get that. Oh. 5 purple indicators are needed to achieve a 6th. Well, I just ponied out that. Brain does not like these puzzles. But not all the puzzles in the game, obviously, just like puzzles like this specifically. Huh. Huh, huh, huh. Courtyard, West Wing Hall. That gets us going back in the same directions that you want to be going. Oop. Staff notice, out of respect for the late lady Clara Epson, the West Wing will be closed until further notice. While the floor plans associated with this wing have not been removed from the pool, we ask that staff members refrain from drafting them during this time period of mourning. Likewise, any blank might draft something. Locked. And locked. Oh, not locked. Okay. Wine cellar, 3 things. Leads to a choice, or a color of your choice. Or, okay. Ooh. Let's grab some resources, I guess. The cellar. Night Swan MCCX3. That's 1, 2, 13. I think that's what that is. Because I think M is the millennia, and C is the century, and then so it'd be 1 or 1213. But X is 10. Yeah, but like that would be 13. Yeah. So 1, 2, 1, 3, which might actually be. Oh, jeez, where is that thing then? It's like way down here. Well, we don't really have much else to use our resources on, so let's see if we can go open that. So it's 1, 2, 1, 3, which will amuse me slightly if that is the case. We do have the chapel. The chapel does cost money. 1, 2, 1, 3. Fuck. Probably knew that. So, wasted the money, wasted the steps. Da, 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 da. Yeah. 1, 2, 1, 3. 1, 2, 1, 3. I'm gonna try to like get back here. Really hope I'm doing this the right way. 1, 2, 1, 3. Damn it. Well, that was locked. That was locked. We don't know how to get in here, obviously. I don't know how long this section has been going, but it is almost 9 for me. So this is probably where we're gonna call it. Well, we're gonna end the day and see what happens, but we're gonna call it a day. Tomorrow you will awake to find rooms of the estates, as well as your current inventory has been reset. Let's call it. So maybe I can like get a peek at the outside a little bit. A respectable inn. 5 bedrooms, total rooms, ranked reach, steps taken, items found. Okay, so like this lets you kind of remember what stuff was going on. Save and continue. That's nice that they give you the option to at the end there. Just like, do you want to keep going? Do you want to mess around and find out? Day 2. So it is interesting because like they kind of zoom you in here, right? And then you start off. But like that whole section out there counts as one of your movements. So it's worth noting. Now the question is, okay, so that's the same. Are the letters the same? I remember, may not say overnight. Yeah, some of the stuff is the same. Okay, but I want to use some movement to walk outside. See what we can see. So we got like this little stone path here. That doesn't open. Interesting. This is all just classified as the grounds. How far are you gonna let me go, game? How far are you gonna let me go? Oh, that counted as a room transition. Okay, so we're in the private drive. Okay. Oh, and there's this like... So a room might actually like exit out that way somehow. Or like can exit out that way. That's really neat. So like there is stuff to explore outside the house. I'm really taken by this game. I don't know if I'm gonna be playing it on stream much because like there's a lot of bird baths. This does seem, and here's our tent that we apparently have set up. Yeah, campsite counts as a room. Due to the rules set forth by your great uncle. Uncle's will, you are not allowed to stay overnight. Luckily, however, your scouting skills have been put to you. You may call a day at any time. Okay. And there's an orchard here. Oh, with a 1, 2, damn it. 1, 3, no? Oh. Interesting. That'll get you into this orchard here, which presumably will let you refresh some steps and such. And there are probably hints and whatever and such to... Yeah, I can definitely see why this game is, one, interesting. Like, it seems to have garnered quite a following fairly quickly as far as indie games go. I'm kind of curious to see more puzzles. The first run was a lot of just like because there's like RNG involved, I don't know like how, and because it's a puzzle game, I don't know how much information I am excuse me, sorry, missing. How much of it I haven't really revealed. Like, I haven't found the rooms with the right starters. How much of it, like, I'm just, like, unaware of. Oh, we started going. Oh, okay, so shift is kind of like your sprint. Okay. Oh, there's more stuff down there too. So, like, you can honestly spend a good chunk of your steps just exploring around like this. See another caved area. Birds, and yet another thing here. Oh, that's just insanely pretty. Like, I know it's shell stated, so like it's not like photorealistic, but like, imagine if you had a view like this. That'd be awesome. Rich Pratt. Stumps everywhere. Oh, there's an underside. And it's dark as fog. Oh, there's lots of crates. Okay. Alrighty, well, anyway, this was a look at the blueprints. This probably went a little longer than an hour of. This kind of game does make me, like, I do enjoy these kinds of games. Like, I enjoyed the Root Trees, obviously. I enjoyed the Return of the Obra Dinn. And I have a feeling I'll probably enjoy this game quite a bit as well. All of that being said, I do think this is going to be just a me game. I wanted to take a look. I wanted to do a run. I'm super curious if people, if anyone watches this and points out, what stuff am I maybe missing in my first run here? What information should I be on the lookout for? But obviously I'm going to post this a few days from now on the YouTube side just to give myself a bit of a head start. So, with all that being said, on the YouTube side, if you watch this, I truly do appreciate you. And I appreciate, again, I just really do appreciate you. You gave your time, which is like the only, or one of the most valuable resources us humans have. I hope I was entertaining. But yeah, if you liked this game, check it out. And let me know down in the comments below. Anyway, I'm going to get out of here, so you guys have a good one.